Hi guys, it's Lynn again. It's Lynn again after my hi guys, I've lost the ability to talk in front of camera. It's like learning how to walk again, learning to record myself and speaking to the camera again. It has been a good few months since I've last started recording myself and started trying to learn and be better at everything. I was just so negative. And in this video I just wanted to give you an update about my life. Why did I quit my 45k job? It was a good job, it was a good wage. Somebody at 27 years old, that is, you know, a good salary for you to live a good life. But for me, it wasn't just about the money. It changed me, had made me become miserable. I started complaining about everything, and I didn't see myself doing that for any longer. I want to find myself back. I want to have can-do attitude again. I want to come into the job where I be myself and give the best, be a good pharmacist, giving all the service to the patients that come into the door instead of being so burned out and negative. So it was going back again, and it was just part of it was I had COVID in August. Yeah, I was scared, like talking about it, working in covering COVID ward, seeing patients coming really unwell with COVID. It's myself that having it, and when I could not breathe, and I thought, no, that's it, my life's ended. My dad only managed to live until he was 36 years old, and that's it, I'm 27, maybe it now. And I think it's now looking into it again, it made me revalue my life a little bit better. I mean, it's the questions that what is really important to me. Is it all about the money? Is that about the status, you know, that pharmacist manager? Is that, am I fit to the role? Is it the job finding me? Or, you know, you can't just, you know, have it. And I think I was trying to frame myself to become that person, to be mean, to like delegate to people and to telling people off. And I don't think that is my strong point. You know, I was too soft and think about it all the time, even if I just tell somebody that, oh, they make a mistake, for example, or, you know, having a difficult conversation with them, and I analyze it a lot again and again. I don't know whether it's actually making me feel really bad about myself. And then one of the staff she decided to to complain about me. Reporting process, I don't remember what it was, and I was really upset because for me, I felt like I've given it all, everything, and give my 100% to the job. And you know, I opened my heart down with people coming and being isolated in a team for the dispenser and myself as a pharmacist and a manager in a branch, and I didn't get the support from people. And maybe because of myself too, I didn't convey my message correctly. I did not get support from my manager, or I explained to them that situation that we're dealing with, the amount, there's such high turnover that we had, and the patient dissatisfaction because we could not fulfill the prescription on time, and the staff was going off sick. COVID happened before I had to isolate, and we was under a lot of pressure, and which I escalated to my manager, but they didn't want to think about anything. It was just catch-22 to continue running around with the role that I was covering. It was a branch quite far away from where I live, so that means an hour and a half each way coming back and forth. I decided not to drive because all of my brain, or the energy, or the capacity after work, I'm just a zombie. If I have to drive, I might fall asleep behind the wheel there, and if it takes like an hour and a half on the train where I could just sleep on the train and just rest my head a little bit, I'd rather do that, which is what I did. So that takes nearly 3 hours a day of my time waiting around on the train. Being the only pharmacist in the branch, you are having your lunch break, but actually you just have to stay in the branch, and I didn't want patients to wait, and if they had to wait for more than half an hour, they wasn't happy about it, which is fair, because they would have to wait for the doctor for the appointment. Sometimes the appointment get delayed. I guess, you know, if they go to pharmacy, they expect as a high street pharmacy, people could just, you know, get the prescription ready in 15 minutes, and all of a sudden they have to wait half an hour, the last step in their hospital journey, find a push that they just want to vent out. And we had a lot of complaint regarding why it takes so long to turn over a prescription. When you look at the patient perspective, you understand the reason why do they feel frustrated in the first place. But then when you behind the scene, when you just constantly hearing that negative from patients, and then you hearing the negative from staff, and all of a sudden I feel like I have absorbed it all in. It's turning me, like, I just see everything is so doom and gloom. There was no life, and I wasn't myself, and it got to the point when I worked like that this time last year, that I didn't want to wake up in the morning. I just want to stay in bed. I just didn't want to go to work. I feel like it doesn't matter what I learn, I just can't recall it because I'm just so stressed out, so negative. I go to bed, I'm thinking, oh god, there's so many things that I haven't done. And I was constantly comparing myself with the previous manager, who has been manager for 5 years, full of experience. And for me, it's the first experienced manager that I've had. I think there was no one, it was just me criticizing myself over and over again, and that self-destruct thought was killing me slowly. And I decided to take a step back. And I think having COVID, it just reinforcing to me what kind of a person I want to become. Am I going to be carry on really behaving in this way? So I just look at the mirror and I thought, Lynn, you need to stop this. You need to get yourself back. You need to become the person that you wanted to be before when you first started the YouTube channel. The positivity that keeps the smiling pharmacist instead of just being this negative a person, which is why I decided to take a step back. I think I'm a little bit burned out, whether it is long COVID that I'm a little bit tired all the time, or is it because I don't believe in becoming a manager. It's not me. It's I think I had to learn to manage myself first, to be more efficient, to be more productive, to learn how to understand people, experience people, like understand. And I think having a little sort of connection with them, and how do you build a relationship with them. And was I too focused on the job, to getting the tasks done without looking over my employees? They might have a really bad day that's all they was focusing on, and I was just like busy, like focusing on all the PI and all the patient complaint. And it was just that I think it's easier said than done, that you should not focus on the negative, but actually, because your brain it's thrive in the surviving mode, it's always just focusing on the negative. And it doesn't matter how many good feedback the other patient gave me about how I am as a good pharmacist. I was just thinking about the complaint that I had to write, and the negative feedback that was always just playing in my mind constantly. And I just thought, no, this can't carry on like this, Lynn. You just have to get yourself back and revalue your life, and where are you going in life, and which is what I decided to do. And I was lucky enough that person was understanding about my situation. He was understanding enough to know that I wasn't myself. And it's got to the point when we was arguing all the time, because I was just like a ticking bomb, that anything could just get in the way, and I would just get really frustrated about a small thing. And if the patient was annoying at me as a point of call, and I think I was doing the same thing to Tristan as a last point of call. I was just having so many meltdowns with him. We were just arguing constantly. No amount of money, no amount of nothing in this world could affect me and damaging our relationship. For me, I value the time that I could learn. I want to get the headspace when I can learn and adapt to getting to learn as much knowledge as possible, and be a happy person, be a happy partner, be a happy pharmacist, to be myself. And yes, fair enough, you've got a good wage, but what are you gonna do with it when you're dying in a deathbed? Who gonna think about you? You know, that was important to me. And I just thought, that's let's just revalue yourself, a little bit more, giving yourself a new personal goal. What goal are you working toward? Is this really for you? And I was lucky enough to have that opportunity. I value it. I'm grateful that I have the opportunity to just go wild and try it out. But now I know. And I think I did kind of like a personality test, Principle book by Ray Dalio, and I was following him on his LinkedIn, and they've got like a kind of like a questionnaire that you want to answer, give your answer, and they give you what kind of personality you have. And for me, after answering all the questions and his review, that I have an adventurous personality, and it's really true. And I think you should try it out yourself. If you've got 15 minutes, just do a quick personality test if you want to get a bit insight into your personality, to see what is your strength and what's weakness, how you can work toward it. And for me, it's really true that I don't like to work in one place for a long time. I like to explore many things, learning new things all the time. To go into one place every single day, carrying on like repetitive tasks, it doesn't agree with me. I would just get really bored. I just don't enjoy doing this anymore. When I joined the company, I was doing a relief role, and then I was a manager. But because I didn't enjoy doing a manager role, stepping down meaning I would have to do relief role 45 hours a week, and I just didn't want to carry on doing it again, just checking boxes every single day. I want to be able to have the headspace when I can learn new skill and use like my capacity, my brain, to generate new idea, learning how to do better. So this will be a happy project for me. That's it. Now I have the time, the headspace, the support from my family, and I'm just gonna go with it, because there's more things in life that I want to experience before if I die, so that's what I'm gonna do. So stay tuned, and I will let you know what my update is. Take care, see you later, bye bye.